the pears are getting ripe, and what a joy it is to pick them from the tree and eat. And right now we're waiting for some of them to fall. But in any case, what an exciting moment it is. You know what I loved doing when I was a child? Whenever I hear thunder somewhere in the distance, I would always take my bicycle and ride to the place where I can see clearly the horizon in order to understand from where the thunderstorm is coming. And I would always like come back to my mom and tell her that we need to hide and where the thunderstorm is coming from. And actually right now I heard thunder. And I kind of like, you know, made this joke to my mum, like, do you remember this when I was a child? And she suggested me to do this right now in order to see the clouds. And I'm going to do that. I know the place. That's actually where I'm running to all the time, where you can basically see the horizon. Because here we are not able to do this because, as you can see, we have trees all around. There we have the house, and even there we have a row of really high birches. You can't see anything. But when you get out of this woodland, there you can see the horizon. Actually, we had a bit of a drizzle several minutes ago, but it's very hard to tell if we are going to have any showers or any thunderstorms. All right, that's actually where I would go, and I will just show you how easy it is to tell where the clouds are. There is nothing coming from this part, but you have to know that most of the gales that we experience come from this part. But look what is in there. So basically that's what I loved doing, is looking at the clouds and assessing how far they are and whether they're going to be like, you know, dangerous or anything. Right now I know where the storm is coming from, and I always would warn my mum about that. I don't know why I was always so dramatic about thunder and thunderstorms, but I don't know, like I loved this drive in me when I was like, you know, when I looked at the clouds, they were so kind of like, you know, dangerous and fierce, and I will always like run away with the highest speed possible from that. But there is also some kind of a beauty in seeing how the clouds are forming, like how the clouds are moving and what danger they possess. It's actually drizzling at the moment. But yeah, for me it's like a very nostalgic thing today, because I would do that all the time. Even if thunder is pretty distant, I would always do this thing. And sometimes when the thunder is coming from that part, because as you can see there, that is the only part where I can't see the horizon, I would ride to the highway. Sometimes kids have really weird habits. today the weather forecast says that closer to the evening we're going to have rain. So I decided to choose this day as the day when I'm going to transplant my blueberry bushes. The way we change the soil is that on the very bottom we put some kind of a cover, but this part that we came up with only this year, we planted without any cover, and our plot is attacked by moles quite often, and the result of that is that this soil that we substituted started mixing with our soil, and because of this, I suppose in the long run, not even in the long run, but maybe even next year, we're going to experience such a situation that these bushes, they will continue growing and their root system will get closer to our natural soil here. So here you can see that the mole doesn't stop, and the worst part is that there is always the mix of this soil with the acidic one. So that's why I'm going to take out these bushes. They're still really small because I planted them this year, and I'm going to put the cover, the protection, and then I will get the soil back. The problem with the soil, it definitely gets on my nerves. I always think about anything, even like this problem with the mole. I don't know, I was so worried about this. It seems so dark, even though there wasn't any sunset. So what I want to do is actually to close the polytunnel. Right now the nights are really cold, and that's why I close it every night and open in the morning. But yeah, the weather got really worse in the evening, but that is something that I was expecting.